What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. You know, a lot of people have been asking me this, so I might as well get this video out the way and let you guys know how I feel about this particular question. Is Anthony Joshua a quitter? Okay, because I'm hearing it from pro Wilder fans. I'm hearing it from old ex-Joshua fans. I'm hearing it from all around, you know? And it's like they're trying to put Anthony Joshua in the same category as Victor Ortiz or Amir Khan, when these guys clearly did not, when they clearly said no mas. They clearly said, no, I don't want to continue, or I can't continue, okay? They clearly said this. And what I say to that is, no, Anthony Joshua is not a quitter. He's not a quitter because a quitter quits. You know what I'm saying? And if you felt that he's just a quitter, how would you explain him getting up from 4 knockdowns? He got up 4 times from 4 different knockdowns. So how do you call him a quitter? That's absurd. A quitter is a person that didn't want any smoke. You know what I mean? Now, here's the deal. It was up to the discretion of the referee if he wanted him to continue. It was his call. He seen that Anthony Joshua wasn't at his self or whatnot to his liking, so he waved the fight off. Even Anthony Joshua like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Okay, let me give you a better example. That's like calling Amir Khan quitting against Danny Garcia instead of a TKO. Right? So, do you think the amount of times Amir Khan went down, and that was what I think his second loss or whatnot due to a TKO like that, because he was severely hurt with the left hook. Okay, he caught him like right here, and he never got his feet up under him again. And Danny Garcia hammered him with those hammers, those Puerto Rican hammers, those Philly hammers. So, you know, Amir Khan got up and the referee waved it. Would you look at that and classify that as a quit? No. Because the guy got out, he was counting, okay, I'm good. Joshua said I'm good. Joshua was just so fucking gassed to the point he was trying to get that last 2 or 3 seconds before getting back in there, because I think it was at least a minute left in that round. So he knew, I gotta suck this shit up. You seen him look up. He looked up at the time card. He looked up at the clock. Okay? So, no, I don't... You can't really... You know... You can't rate that as a quit. You know, a quitter. We know what a quitter is, and that's not Joshua. Not according to his actions. Okay? This doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? If he quit, if he was up, he would have laid his ass on that ground, or he'd have kept the knee. Like a lot of people do, they quit. He did not want any more of it. Right? That's what quitters do. Now, people that are saying that he quit, okay, well, obviously there's an angle, because, you know, that comes from a lot of different groups of people that said, oh man, Joshua quit. He just quit. No. He showed hard in there. He showed that he could get up. It's just the 7th round was too much for him. And see, it's not necessarily out of the question that something was wrong with him. You know what I mean? Like, something was wrong with the dude, man. I mean, it's not really making excuses, because you really can't make excuses for someone that doesn't make excuses for themselves. You can't do it. It makes no sense. See, I'm not bothered by the defeat. A lot of people think that, oh man, you're a Joshua fan, and you know you're a pro Joshua guy, and all you do is bash Wilder. No, I'm an American, and I'm a boxing fan. I'm a fan of boxing. I'm a fan of who's doing what, or who's attempting to do what at the time. What was being attempted to do was Anthony Joshua trying to be undisputed. And I saw one guy trying and another guy bullshitting. That's my real word on that. That's my honest to God thoughts. Okay? Deontay Wilder did not want to be undisputed. He's let that shit spew out of his mouth. It ain't about the belts no more, baby. I'm the most popular fighter right now. See, that's what he's worried about. He wants fame. He wants, fuck fortune. He really wants fame because everything is better than what he used to get. Everything that he's getting right now, that $3 million for pay-per-view, or that $4 million, sorry, for pay-per-view, that $10 million that he got from Brazil, this whatever amount of money he's gonna get for fighting Ortiz back on pay-per-view, you know what I mean? And they got a gag order on it. So look, he's good with whatever they're giving him, because whatever they're giving him is more than he got previous. Real talk, facts. The only question I have, why would you allow some people, only because you used to work with them, to give you a little bit more money versus a person or another group of people that could give you a lot more money to fight the people that the person or the fighter that everybody wanted you to see the fight? See, this guy here, he's like, okay, I'll take whatever Showtime gives me in return of just staying loyal to Showtime and the people that I'm with. But then you claim you're your own boss and you got about 50 of these motherfuckers. Now, I don't like to get on Deontay like that. It's just certain things don't set right with me. And I can't hold my tongue on it. Why? You know, I heard people say, hey, man, you got to get behind your American fighter. I would get behind Deontay Wilder when Deontay Wilder starts showing me some fucking balls. Starts showing me that he's not hiding behind managers' choices and managers' decisions. And he hasn't proved that. He went from saying he's his own boss to saying, oh, my plate's full. How the fuck is your plate full if you're your own boss? You know what I mean? You supposed to fight Fury after Luis Ortiz. Okay, we've talked about that already. Man, like, why would you do that if you think these are bigger, better fights? Talking about a killer after a killer. Now all of a sudden your fights are controversial. Come on, man. Controversial? Luis Ortiz? You wasn't saying that shit right after you knocked him out. You wasn't saying, I know it was a controversial loss. You wasn't saying any of that shit at all. You were happy with that decision. In fact, that's what gave you your claim to fame. So how the fuck you gonna sit here and say, oh, it was controversial now? No, it's all of a sudden controversial because that's what you're trying to feed us. You don't think it's controversial. You never thought it was controversial. You just heard other people and skeptics call it that, and you use that as the excuse to fight them again, knowing damn well if that was really controversial and you heard what people said when you fought them, but you didn't care at that time. You went on to fight Fury, or you bullshitted with Anthony Joshua and you knew you wasn't going to fight that motherfucker. That was the whole point. He waited to them to animal. They probably would have said 15 million or 20 million. He would have called it slave wages. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. It's all bullshit with that. And and it's not that I hate Deontay Wilder. I like certain things he does. You know, he'll knock a motherfucker out and stuff like that. But it's like, okay, the only person that you've beaten was Luis Ortiz. And ironically, you didn't claim it was controversial until now. You know what I mean? I don't know if you were listening to this channel. You would listen to Ortiz's camp, because they don't really speak up for this fighter. I should fucking train Luis Ortiz or fucking manage him. Honestly. I speak Spanish. That's fine. That's no problem. We from the same fucking place. I could promote him better than those clowns can, because I know for a fact he's getting railroaded. But it's too fucking late. Well, you know, what can I do for him now? You're gonna fight Wilder again for whatever they're gonna give you, because you were a pawn in this game. It's sad. It is sad, and it's bullshit. You know what I mean? Because now you're trying to make the fact that he's controversial up only to sell us that bullshit for fighting him again, because you knew you wasn't gonna fight Joshua, and you knew Joshua wanted to fight you. That was the problem. You know what? And guess what, though? It really doesn't matter now, because Al Heyman did what he's supposed to do. They wanted to wait until Joshua lost, and he did. So congratulations, Al Heyman. He is a smart mother sucker. I'm telling you. Al Heyman is the brain, okay? Deontay's fucking pinky. Make no mistake about it. He knew, you know what? Joshua can't keep hitting home runs because Joshua's actually fighting people that are dangerous. Sure, I'm going to let Ruiz fight him. That's why I didn't want Deontay to fight him, because I don't know about how Deontay will match up against this guy. We need Deontay Wilder. And that's why they didn't want to fight someone like Ruiz. Okay? And that's real talk. They had that guy for the longest. They didn't want to put him in there with Deontay Wilder. No. And then here's another thing. The stigma of being beat by a guy of Joseph Parker and then Joseph Parker being beat by Anthony Joshua, they was kind of looking at that like no. Because over there they believe in triangle theories because other idiots like casuals believe in triangle theories. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks because it's like you have these guys that plan and strategize. And then you got someone like Deontay Wilder that's been allowing them to do that. Then all of a sudden, oh, it took me years to be here. No, it did not. You obeyed and you followed whatever your manager told you to do. And you did it. So that's that. You know, and like I hear Dante's Boxing Nation and, you know, and I hear him because he goes back because he's been in the game a while. He claims in 2015 that he wanted to fight Anthony Joshua. 2015 was 4 fucking years ago. He'd been a pro for what, 5.5 years? This is the 6th year? So, yeah, 5.5 fucking years. It ain't been 6 years, right? So you're looking at 13 to 19. That's 6 years, right? It's a half of 19. That's 5.5 years Joshua been in the game. But so he knew. These guys are doing things very aggressively. I'm not going to pull that shit with Deontay. No, said Al Heyman. He ain't going to do that. What he's going to do is he's going to fucking pinch him and inch him along, get Shelly Finkel to set up traps, set up roadblocks for other fighters. They tried to get Anthony Joshua a long time ago, people. If you guys don't know, I'm going to explain it to you. Shelly Finkel was Vladimir Klitschko's manager. Shelly Finkel is also Deontay Wilder's manager. Look how easy that was to make that fight. What happened? When Deontay Wilder was a champion, he denied Deontay Wilder to fight Vladimir Klitschko. Why? Because he called him a baby champion, and you don't want to put a baby champion in there with experienced guys this early. That's the platform. That's the process that they put him in. They put him in that type of slow learning cycle. So they padded the resume, made him look good. They knew he could punch, but they knew he lacked other things. Okay? They knew that. So they kept him away from the Klitschkos altogether. But what Shelly did at the same time, people, was he knew Eddie Hearn was trying to make a name for himself because he got this golden Olympian that's destined for stardom. You know what I mean? So Shelly Finkel was like, okay, motherfucker, I'm not going to give you Deontay. I'm putting him on ice. I'm going to wait for him. But I'm going to give you Vladimir. If you can beat Vladimir, you know. And guess what? Shelly Finkel has never liked Eddie Hearn. And I don't think they even liked each other anyway, but it doesn't matter. I think the whole idea was for Shelly Finkel to put Anthony Joshua's green ass in there with Vladimir Klitschko and get knocked out. And it won't even be an upset at that point because Vladimir was the man still because he never got an opportunity to redeem himself after the Tyson defeat because Tyson went all fucking topsy-turvy, right? So this was Klitschko's time to shine, and Shelly knew, you know what? This is an easy pick 'em. This guy's green. Vladimir, go in there and flatten this kid, and it almost worked. That just shows you that Shelly knows how to do his job. He does. They fixate on shit like that. Really. They fixate, and they fixated on, you know what, Anthony Joshua, he might be undefeated, but with what, 16 pro fights, 7, ain't no way in hell he gonna beat Klitschko. Klitschko gonna knock this kid out, and he damn near did it. Real talk. So that's what happened in that situation. So after Joshua pretty much upset and beat Vladimir Klitschko, he's the one that retired him. He is the one. Vladimir Klitschko ain't came back. We talk about rumors. I would love for him to come back because the more the merrier with me, right? But he ain't came back since. That's been since 2017, mind you, right? One of the fights of the year. He gave it his all. He was like, fuck it, I don't have to fight again because I did my best, all right? So he didn't come back. So that meant Anthony Joshua not only beat him, he retired him. So what Shelly Finkel then did was, damn, okay, I'm not going to put Deontay Wilder in there with Joshua, and that would have made more sense since you called him a baby. Well, damn, if you called him a baby in 15, 17, you still call him a baby? So I'm like, well, damn, all right. Well, that doesn't make sense, you know? But then when Deontay Wilder, he gave Anthony Joshua this classic fist bump. And I'm going to talk about that in another video because that takes a little time. And, you know, I'm getting a little long on this one. But, you know, the point I'm trying to make is when Deontay Wilder came in saying, hey, no more ducking, no more dodging, you know, we all know Anthony Joshua went to Eddie Hearn's promoter and they tried to orchestrate a fight. Okay? And it was like, okay, where you at? Wilder, where you at? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Right? And then that's when all the other bullshit happened and the rest is history. But it's back to Anthony Joshua. Is he a quitter? No, he's not a quitter. You know what I mean? If he genuinely wanted to quit, he could have quit on the fucking canvas when he went down. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people, if you notice people that get knocked down, they cognitively hear that referee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're looking at this motherfucker. I don't know if they're in a daze, but a lot of things are going through their dome at that point, right? So they know they have a certain amount of time to get up, right? To get off that canvas, to raise up. Because if they don't, it's over for a very long time, possibly forever for a particular fight, you know? But Joshua was up. It ain't like he pulled a Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis both times. By McCall, by Rockman, he did not beat the count, people. He didn't beat the count. And then he had the nerve to say, oh, that's what happens when you don't beat the count. Like, yeah, motherfucker, it's the rules. Yeah, what do you think? They're going to change the rules because you didn't beat the count? You didn't beat the count. Joshua beat the count. So you can't say he was just like, man, fuck that. He didn't wave it off like, no, I don't want to. No. You know what I'm saying? No, but he knew at that point, sure, Andy had the upper hand. I'm not going to argue with that. But to call him a quitter, no. But anyway, guys, you guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua being a quitter. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.